investigations into the mutilation and killing of 2 Soweto boys are still underway. The community has called on the Moroka Police Station to be shut down, saying they rarely assist in resolving cases reported. No one has been arrested yet for the killings of the 2 boys aged between 5 and 6. Let's go to our reporter Manqoba Mchunu, who is on that story, and he joins us now live for more information. Manqoba, we know yesterday that the Premier of Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi, as well as the Education MEC, visited the families of these 2 young boys. Is there any update from police today about any leads that they might have?
Well, Maseko, not at this point. In fact, we haven't heard anything from police as far as investigations are concerned. But what we do know is that there is a task team that has been appointed to look specifically into this issue. And this was confirmed by the NEC of Safety here in Gauteng, Faith Mazibuko, yesterday when they visited the family. Of course, he was with the Premier of the province, Panyaza Lesufi, as well as the NEC for Education, Moroka Mchunu, who had essentially just met with the families just to try and understand what had happened in this incident. And of course, the Premier also saying that they're going to leave no stone unturned in terms of this investigation. They're going to be ensuring that the teams that have been put in place are doing their work in terms of trying to find these killers. And of course, the Provincial Commissioner of Gauteng in the SAPS also making commitments, saying that they're going to be ensuring that they deploy more resources as far as this investigation is concerned. But we're back here in Soweto, and what we're seeing today, Maseko, are community members here close to where this scene had happened. One of the scenes, the first scene where the body of 6-year-old Siamo had been found yesterday. And what they're doing now is that they're trying to clear up and clean this area, Maseko, just to ensure that they cut the long grass here, and that, you know, the criminals that would want to take advantage of, such an environment would not be able to do so. And of course, you would have heard, Maseko, the community members yesterday, as far as police are concerned, they're saying that they don't have faith in the police here, and the police, they say, have failed them here in this community, because they're saying that whenever police have to respond to crime, they don't respond on time. So these community members here saying that they want to ensure that these criminals don't have space to hide when they want to do these dastard acts of theirs. But I'm going to bring in the councillor of the area just to speak to us about this, and of course how the community is feeling after all that has happened here. And joining me now is Papi Chetsang. Papi, I'm sure that as a community you're still reeling from what happened here. How are community members feeling?
Well, the community members are feeling very, very sad, and it's a situation where they're actually disappointed with what kind of acts that could be done to young children of 5-6 years. So they also feel that at this point in time they should get together to make sure that we actually clean all the areas that these criminals can hide, or these criminals can dump our kids. So it's a case where we see that the community is very saddened, and these are gruesome activities that have happened in front of the community. And especially the mothers, you see them crying when they even narrate the issue, or even say that, you can imagine how the kid was crying when all these gruesome activities were happening to them. And you'd see old women crying. So it's a situation where we are all shocked, and we don't understand what kind of animals would do this to a young child. And we are hoping that the police, the SAPS, would actually quickly capture these criminals and bring them to book, so that they can actually be actually taken in front of the courts and be processed. That's what we want to see as the community, because the community will not also rest. And we are also urging the community members that saw certain activities to actually come up to the police and actually tell the police what they could have seen, because it's very important that we inform the police of all these criminal activities that are happening, so that the police can actually bring the perpetrators to book. as quickly as possible.
And what are you hearing from parents, especially mothers, as far as their children's safety is concerned? Some of the parents that I spoke to earlier were saying that they've been scared to let their children out.
It's true, because now you are not sure if your kid will come back from school, you are not sure if your kid will ever, when they are playing outside, will actually come back. So you are even afraid of a vehicle just passing by, because you'd be afraid that your child will be abducted. And the gruesome thing that happened to the young kids would also happen to your child. So this is something that we actually, it's disheartening to see mothers can't let their kids actually be free outside our streets. So we're also calling and pleading to our community to actually make sure that we have the culture of where your child becomes my child, where I can protect your child as well, so that I can look after your child even if you are not there. So that's what we want to see. And we're also thankful about the CPF and the patrollers in our community that have also made it their job, or their job, to make sure that they protect the community. But they cannot do it alone. Even the police cannot do it alone. It's upon also the community to protect ourselves and to protect our neighbors and to protect our kids. So this is the time, and it's a clarion call to make sure that we protect each other and protect our kids, and we don't let such gruesome activities happen in our community. Should come to an end.
And of course, some are saying that they would have hoped that police will be on the ground. They would have wanted to see more police visibility following these incidents, but that's not the case. Are you concerned? Do you think that there should be police on the ground?
Well, with the police, they've already put in a task team that is on the ground, that is reported at 8. And we actually have seen police vehicles, patrolling around. It will never be enough. The police will never be enough on the ground for anybody, for that matter. But we're saying also, as the community, we must actually assist the police. But we're also urging the police to actually do their work and do it thoroughly, so that these perpetrators can be brought to book. And we must also make sure that there are also more police vehicles. We are urging the national police and provincial police to actually make sure they look out for police stations like Moroka, and make sure that they bring more resources. Like the Premier was saying, that you put more resources. Let's also hope that there will be permanent resources that will be put on the ground. We have seen that there have been some recruits, but we want to see those recruits boots on the ground. You understand? So that's what we are expecting as the community, to say boots are supposed to be on the ground. If it means we have walking patrollers as police. And we're also urging the Metro Police as well to be on the ground, so that they can also assist the SAPS to make sure that we actually apprehend all these criminals that are around us, because criminality has become an epidemic, and we want to stop that epidemic as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you very much. That was Papi Chetang, who is the local councillor here, the ward councillor, just explaining to us, how the community has been dealing with these murders that happened here. Of course, many are still shocked. Many are still trying to find answers and understanding what really happened here. They are fearful for the safety of their children. But of course, we know, Masiho, that investigations are continuing. The occult unit has also been roped in to look into these murders.
All right, Manqoba Mchunu live for us in Soweto. Thank you. Let's leave it there for now.